Hey, Donnie, welcome to the stream. Glad you're here. Good to see you. Welcome, everyone, to today's live stream. Episode number, oh boy, is it 7? Or is it 8? I honestly can't remember. Of our Solasta Crown of the Magister Palace of Ice DLC gameplay series. I'm Commander Jorval, and I want to thank you for coming along on our journey today. Sorry about that. I'm normally a little more prepared, but I got caught off guard a little bit there. Um, so, on our admin notes, as you've seen, we have changed this stream over to Saturday. That's going to continue for the foreseeable future until we finish up the Palace of Ice DLC. And it is episode 7, by the way. Sorry about that. Once we finish this DLC, that should be right about the time that we're going to move into early access for Solasta 2. That is releasing in March, and we should be finished up with this live stream series by the time we get there. We won't be able to do any more campaigns here in Solasta Crown of the Magister, but like I say, we will continue on into Solasta 2. So keep an eye out for updates as we get closer to the early access release date for Solasta 2, and we'll move into that after we're done here. Next week, I am going to do a one-off live stream for a new game. I've talked about Warhounds before. They are now moving into early access, so I wanted to, or into a demo for early access. It's been in closed playtest, which I've been involved in, but this allows everybody to have access to it. You can go to the Steam page, you can sign up for it, they'll send you download instructions for early access and when it drops and goes out. So we'll be jumping into that just for one episode, just kind of as a special one-off type thing next week. So pay attention to my social media in the post tab here on the channel for more information about that. Hey, Rudi, welcome. Thank you for being here. Always appreciate my members. Thank you very much. Oh, and hey, together, thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for watching them. And as always, glad to have you here for the first time catching live stream. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you have any questions or comments, please, everybody, feel free to leave them for me. So on our recap, last week we started in the campaign for the quest line for the Western clans. These are the Elvish clans, and we got a little bit less than halfway through it. And we've been tasked right now with recovering a ring. And I told you at the end of last week's episode that we were going to be getting into a fight here. And part of the reason of something I did during my last level up is going to become apparent here. So let's go ahead and jump in to this. And we'll take a look at where we are real quick and get positioned for this fight. You remember when we did the level up for my warlock, we took Radiant Blast as an option, and that's the one I'm leaving on right now because we are definitely going to need that during this section. So I'm gonna move M up here a little bit. Okay, and you see this area down here. Now, as you see, there's nothing that is visible here right now. So Okay, now this can get a little iffy on how it plays out here, so now you see that we've had some enemies pop up. One of them in particular is a White Lord. We have a couple of skeletons back here as well. We're going to attempt to make our way back out of here. If you go in there slowly, you should be able to get back out without being seen. Okay. So now, the two enemies that we definitely want to focus on are the Sorcerer and the White Lord. The Wraith and the Knight, I'm definitely not worried about. So now that I'm positioned, I'm going to go ahead and start this off. And I'm going to start this off here with him executing an attack, a melee attack against the Sorcerer. Don't need uncanny metabolism for this. Okay. So there's one kill. I'm gonna move my way back up here. And that gets one of the two dangerous enemies out of the way. Okay, now Sharon is going to drop Malediction on the White Lord and verify that we have Radiant Blast on here. So we're not doing fire, we're not doing psychic, we're doing radiant damage with her Eldritch Blast. Okay. So we took a little more than half of this one here. Let's see, do we have... flash bolts? We do. Oh, I already used my inventory action. See if we can get rid of one here. Perfect. I would have preferred that one to go against this one. Didn't expect to do that much damage. See him. got some good damage there. So now the wraiths are going to move in. Good luck with that armor class. And again, definitely not worried about the knight. Okay. So go ahead and move up here. We're going to get seen. That's not a problem. Easy enough. Get some damage on this wraith as well. I don't care much about the opportunity attack. I could defend against it anyway. Okay, now we're going to finish off this White Lord here. It's disadvantaged because of this. Let's take an opportunity attack here. Now we're not rolling disadvantage.
Solasta, Evo,
Rolled low at the first. Yep. Rolled a bunch of ones there. Didn't need that. Smite to finish him. Okay, so can't see him, so let's finish him off. Okay, so Sentinel's gonna proc. Oh, crit miss. Now we should have no problem finishing him off. There we go. Okay, so... And I should have put up guidance, but we did well enough to get information on them, so... Ooh. What do we have here? Scroll of Immolation and Banishing Smite. Nice. Let's, get Sharon, I think that's here. Crusader's mantles, and the beautiful boots. So the boots here are what you're interested in. We should know what these are. Yep. So the boots of levitation, they require attunement and let you cast levitate at will. Not necessarily something that I'm super interested in, simply because they require attunement. So I don't really want to spend an attunement slot just to be able to get levitation. But they can be a very nice way to be able to move around the battlefield again, like Sharon does with her flight. Oh, we got Colthan and Quiver. Okay. Nice. Wasn't expecting that. That's a random drop. This should be the Endless Quiver of Colthanin. So the Endless Quiver does not require attunement. It takes your belt slot, and it will generate 20 arrows. Every 1 hour it's going to generate arrows, and you can summon them to your inventory. So here I can generate 20 arrows. And now those 20 arrows are in my inventory. So, see, it automatically fills up your slot. I had 15 and then generated the remainder of them here. So you don't have to buy arrows for that person anymore. They're regular arrows, they're not special arrows, but still keeps you from having to buy them. Okay, so we'll check this open sarcophagus. Okay, some crafting here, and a frost giant strength. Nice. Some +1 bolts. Okay, so drop a save here. I can't remember. What we need here. I didn't do a very good job of keeping notes on this particular section of it.
Stay away!
Wait! We're not here to rob you.
Oh, why are you here then? To pay your respects?
Istorgath Sharpmind sent us.
Don't you dare say his name!
It's true. He said you'd help us fight some Manakalan fanatics.
My husband is alive?
Oh yes. He's quite old, but yes. He's a very respected chief. He led the fight against the Empire. And now Sylvan Elves and High Elves live together in peace.
He made it! Our dream came true! My rage is fading. I feel my purpose slipping away. Tell him, I'm proud and at peace. Take this ring to him.
Wait!
Okay, so now we can loot the ring here. So you can attune to it and use it. If you want to seriously alter how this questline goes, you can attune to it. It's going to give you +5 on stealth ability checks and +1 to charisma. That basically means is that when you combine that with pass without a trace, you cannot be found, except by a nat 20. So it's, and like I say, even with a nat 20, that should not do anything. That's been a gripe of mine for a while. But even with a nat 20, that's the only way to do it, to find you. You can walk around amongst enemies and just not be seen. But it is, like I say, going to seriously alter how the quest comes out, and we don't want to do that. Okay. We have one more searchable item here. Okay. And now we're going to head back. Again, I've talked about this door. You can't get into that door yet. So we'll head back up. And like I talked about last stream, the lag here comes and goes. There are no settings that I can find on my computer to be able to change it. So the lag disappeared right before we went down here. I don't know if it's going to be back when we come up. Okay, so yeah, Donnie, it's a really cool game. I really enjoy it. There's a lot that got put into the quest progression and all of those sort of things. I really do enjoy it. Okay, so let's head back up here to the Elder Council. It looks like the lag is still gone.
My friends, did you succeed? Do you have it?
We do. And we met with your wife's ghost.
What?
Her soul could not rest while the Empire still ruled. But when she learned what you had done, she joined Mariake.
By all the gods, I can still see her face.
How is this going to help you stop Manakalan fanatics?
It will provide me with enough inspiration to share my feelings through music. I have been a bard for more than a millennium. I was the only son of a wealthy Manakalan family. When I fell in love with a slave, and settled not far from here to live with her, I thought I had freed myself from the tyranny of the Empire. But a band of fanatics tracked us down and took her. I found her body mutilated and burned.
Monsters.
I was broken, overwhelmed with grief and anger. When the Snow Alliance was formed, I became one of its leaders. I fought the Manakalan Empire until the day that the Rift finished the job. And now, it's happening again. I never told these young elves what I just told you. I will sing my story to them. Convince them to see the truth.
Let's hope so. It would be a shame to have suffered so much for nothing.
I'm sorry. This brings back so many emotions.
We'll come back later.
Thank you.
Gotta love bards. Okay, so now we need to leave him to grieve. We need to go rest. Okay, you shouldn't have to do anything here. So if we head back to the council, we can see based on the icons, the Elder's not there.
Where's Master Sharpmind?
No one knows that's the problem.
He said he would convince the Separatists.
Well, he went around the settlements, sang his tales of the Wall of Sorrows. He told Lerilin's story to all, but then, no trace of him. Yet, I have a lead. He took a key of his old mansion.
Near his wife's tomb. We saw it.
If that's acceptable to you, I'd like you to escort me there. I have a spare key.
All right.
Okay, and now Dissalum is going to be following us, and that's going to start the quest, The Secret Key. Okay, now we need to head back to the same place where we came up, because we're going to head right back down where we were.
Seems effortless.
Okay, so let's go ahead and head down. Okay, and now we need to go open that door that we talked about previously.
Should be able to open the door next to that weird pillar now.
If you don't mind, I'll be waiting here.
Okay. Now, inside here, we are definitely going to get into a fight. Okay. And there's not a whole lot that we can do to prepare for it either. Okay, this box here is what's going to trigger it.
A real little goblin.
Okay, I'm gonna move Sharon there. Okay, and you definitely want to drop a save before this fight. This fight can be a little random in the enemies that spawn. And like I say, sometimes this fight can be a lot easier than others depending upon what spawns here. Now, I'm not going to have any chance to get a surprise around here, I don't think.
Curses!
We were tricked.
My fault.
Okay, so I've got a Shakath, a Lesser Hezrao, and the Varrock. There are also some other lesser Thorakath around here. It's the Shakath that is the problem, as well as the Varrock here. So let's go. We're gonna flurry of blows. We're gonna stunning strike, and we're gonna see if we can get the Shikath. It's got a high constitution, but we'll see. He rolled low. That's outstanding. So used his legendary resistance on it. We want to keep ridding ourselves of those legendary resistances. Okay. Alright, so I'm locked in here. Because I'm going to have disadvantage on Eldritch Blast. So let's see if we can continue getting and get rid of the Varrock here.
Nice move.
Okay, I think I'm going to trigger its attack. So I can move down low. Because that's going to proc Sentinel. Okay. Okay, so he's used all of his legendary actions for this turn now. Now let's drop Rudi down here.
I'll get you yet.
Get him. Not one. Okay, we're gonna action surge.
Bravo! Victory is yours!
Not too worried about these. Still have to get past my armor class. Alright. So now Rudi can immediately drop darkness. Or I mean M can immediately drop darkness here. Now we'll move around the back. Get some damage on the Hezro here.
A fine stroke.
Now Sharon's going to move down into the darkness. end him. At 20. As soon as his body clears, we'll move here. We shouldn't need to flourish there. Done. And he's here. So let's just move up next to our bard. And prep for a sentinel strike, hopefully. Because he's going to dash in. Okay. Won't need it. He's not going to survive.
You have them now.
I knew it.
Really? So why didn't you say so? I'm more worried about the fact that Sorax team up with demons.
Anyway, that doesn't tell us what happened to Sharpmind.
We need to go back. This may have just been a diversion.
Okay, so what we got out of that... Oh, yeah, it was M that looted it. Was this document. It wasn't really anything that was intended for us. It was really an ambush that was set up for us. Hunger of Hadar. Or a Purity. Most of these are meh.
I know kids who do that faster.
Okay, our rewards are back here.
Clearly, you have trained well.
So we will search this skeleton here. And this is going to give us a magnificent quarterstaff. We'll ID that.
Arcana Vivo Oculus.
And this is Purity. Okay, now Purity, your wisdom score is 21 while you're wielding this weapon. It has no effect if your wisdom score is already 21 or higher. You can cast Heal once per dawn, or once per day. It's a +3 quarterstaff, which means it's 1d6 +3 or 1d8 +3 because it's versatile. And the effects on hit, if you look down there, it does +4d6 frost damage on top of its normal damage. This is also a monk weapon, you can see, so I'm going to be benefiting from my martial arts scores here with it. So this is something that I definitely want to swap over to. So okay, I can still leave sudden death. So my crits are 18, 19, or 20, but I'm going to redo my attunement to remove grievance and add in purity. Alright, so now we can... I forgot we got one more loot bundle to pick up here, and then we can make our way out. Okay, nothing really special here. Sanctuary is kind of nice, though. And that may actually come in very useful here. And what's about to come up. Okay, so let's make our way back here on our own because there's a settler that's waiting for us. Gonna have some disturbing news.
Thorax are attacking the settlement! Please help us!
Okay. So, Thorax are attacking here. We need to make our way up. And you definitely want to save before this. This fight can get a little tricky. And I can't remember if I'm going to be dropped immediately into the fight or if I'm going to be able to start it or not. I think I get dropped right into the fight. But let's see what happens.
Come on.
No quarter given. Run while
Okay,
you
yeah,
can.
get dropped right into it. And much depends on your initiative rolls here. So let's get a lay of the land. So we have an acolyte and a warrior. We have an assassin here. There's nobody up top here. We have a Shikath here, and we have a Kratshar. The Kratshar is by far the most dangerous one here on the field. Now you can see that Estergath is a critical character. And we have a Devastator over here, but again, melee based. I thought he was up here. He's normally up here. I need to find him, though. Because you need to protect him. Because he's a critical character. But I can't I don't know where he's at. Okay. So we're going to try and get shots on the Kratshar here. He's going to be going in the initiative order here, which is unfortunate because Sharon rolled after him. So trying to think how I can work this. I'm going to spend a key point here and do Focus Step of the Wind. That's going to let me take Disengage, which means I can move past the Shikath here and not generate an attack of opportunity. And I'm going to move all the way over behind the Kratshar. Because if the Crash Shard turns and attacks M, I want any spells to come back this way, not toward this area. So we'll try a Stunning Strike. I don't expect it's going to have any effect. Oh, he did get stunned. That's outstanding. I love it. Okay. That worked out really, really well. I'm still just worried that I don't know where he's at. I just don't like that. So let's see, can I move out anywhere and get shots on the Acolyte? I can.
Victory is mine.
Perfect. The miss. Let's action surge.
A modest success.
Yeah, not worried about the assassin. He's going to turn around and go after the Lantini card. Let's see. Okay, so let's see if we can get a paralyze.
That's the way.
I didn't see what he rolled. Okay, so he rolled. Yeah, he rolled high. He rolled 16. He's got a high constitution anyway, so I think he's got +8. Yeah, he's got +8 to his from his constitution and proficiency. So the chance of getting that was pretty low anyway.
Not bad, eh?
Okay. Now let's get Sharon to finish off some of the big bads here. Let's change our invocation back to psychic.
Solasta Evo. Malmis. Ha! That must have hurt.
Let's get some damage here. Okay. I was hoping that they'd be able to get... Why did you do that? They're just not landing anything. I was hoping to wear them down enough that some of these attacks from the guards would be able to eliminate them. But good luck with that armor class, man. There we go. Look at that. That's 26 is a miss. Okay, he's got Curse of Time. So he's dead on his next turn. So let's again we'll disengage and dash. Let's get rid of the Shikath here. Okay. No more enemies here. Let's just move up top here. Actually, let's not. Let's move down here. Okay, Rudy's gonna step up here. Not too worried about him. I'm going to take him out next turn. Or here a little bit with Sharon. So, let's change here. We should get a Divine Smite off. I shouldn't need that. Let's drop a big boy. Hardly any hit points left. Okay, so we're going to move away, take the attack of opportunity. We're going to target the assassin here.
Solasta evil. Mommy.
Oh, come on. Okay, good. We got somebody to fight back. Nice. Got Ray of Frost to land. That cantrip almost never lands. Couldn't hit the broadside of a barn if you were in it. That's going to trigger Sentinel.
One less enemy.
what you get for attacking my friends, man. And we got to level up. Make sure we loot the Kratshar and the Shikath here. Rolithim Psychic Lance, that's always nice. Oh no. The Lantanen guard stopped right on top of that. Let's see. Yep. I can't see it. I don't know of a way to loot that. If anybody in chat knows of a way to loot this here underneath, because there's no way to select it with the guard right on top of it. So I may have to come back. After he's moved, and this is reset a little bit. So now we need to reach the Elder's Table.
Master Sharpmind, are you all right?
Thanks to you. These Sorakath are as monstrous as I was told.
Where were you?
Just resting. I heard that Disalim took you to my old house.
Disalim. He was an incubus.
No. A demon?
The elf you knew might still be alive somewhere around.
Let's hope so. Anyway, our troubles here are far from over.
You really need to take care of the pact. It needs a speaker. The demon proves there's no time to lose.
I'm sorry. The clan comes first.
Did your bardic inspiration not convince your people?
Let's say it helped separate the wheat from the chaff. There clearly is a group of elves whom I cannot convince. Greybear's hunters. They gather at Pine Grove and weave plots for elven supremacy. I fear they'll take over if I leave for Valkarakapun.
We'll do your dirty work if you vote for our candidate for speaker.
You're more ruthless than I thought. Fine. We have an agreement.
We'll see what we can do.
Stay in the light.
Okay, let's see if the
What
guards have
happened to the gentle
moved.
old
They have
elf?
not.
Let's speak to this grey bear before we do anything rash.
Okay, and there he is. There was, I don't know if you noticed it, but when his turn would come up, it would flash to a different location. I think this was bugged. He's normally right there. And the two enemies that are here on the stairs will try and come up the stairs to attack him. Now, Ale Brightheart and him are there. He's probably not going to die during the counter if it works normally. But it can get a little iffy. So the bug was actually giving away something that we're going to encounter in a little bit. But first, let's go level up.
Are you Greybear?
That's me.
We hear you're not getting along very well with your elder.
And who told you that? Him?
Yes.
Something's off. You heard about Sorak infiltrators.
What do you think?
Of course you have. You fought them. If you have a trick to unmask them, I suggest you check on Sharpmind.
You think he's a Sorak?
One of my hunters saw something while you were in those ruins. I have a key that opens a back door to the Manacalon house near the bridge.
Sounds like a trap.
Sharpmind was seen coming out of that house. He never goes down there. Not Sylvan enough for him. Or you can do whatever you came here to do.
Okay. So, we have a choice here on what to do. So, we're going to confront the Elder. There's a dice roll here, or a couple of dice rolls involved with this. +3, +1, +2, +3. Okay. And I guess I could... that only gave me one more. Okay. So let's go... like I say, let's go level up. Okay, so our bard, we're going to continue on full bard from this point on. Okay, so our proficiency bonus is now up to +6. Spell save DC is up to 19. Our spell attack is increased to +11, and we gained another 6th level spell slot. One more 6th level divine smite. Okay, and again, now we can use any spell from anybody's, or when we picked our Mystic Arcanum last time, we could pick any of the spells from anybody's spell book. Here... Blade Barrier is really nice, but so is Circle of Death. The Globe of Invulnerability is always nice, especially when you're dealing with dragons and things like that, where they love to jump away from you and then trigger their breath attack. This would give you a place to hide, basically. So it's always very, very useful. I'm leaning either on Circle of Death or Chain Lightning. Tensor's Transformation is great in tabletop. For me here, it's okay, but I don't take a whole lot of damage anyway. So I think I will go with Chain Lightning here. For my Paladin, we're again going to be straight Paladin for the rest of the way. Same things with proficiency bonus and spell casting. I did get Abjure Foes. So as an action, I can expend one use of my Channel Divinity. I present my holy symbol or weapon. I can target a number of creatures equal to your Charisma modifier, which is +5. that you can see within 60 feet of yourself. Each target must succeed a wisdom saving throw or have the frightened condition for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. So while frightened in this way, a target can only do one of the following on its turns: move, take an action, or take a bonus action. So it can't be, it's basically slowed without the movement penalty. It can't take multiple actions, it can't take an action and a bonus action, and it has to move away from us. And if they fail that saving throw and get that condition, it lasts for 1 minute or until they take damage. So it's a way for you to basically crowd control an area, and have a bunch of enemies running away from you so that they can't attack you, and you can leave them until you know, at your leisure to deal with them. So monk, pure monk, all the way here. Proficiency bonus goes up, and now we unlock Cloak of Shadows. So as a bonus action, while entirely within dim light or darkness, you can spend 3 key points to shroud yourself with magical darkness for 1 minute, or until you have the incapacitated condition, or until you end your turn in bright light. So while shrouded in darkness, you gain the following benefits: invisibility, partially incorporeal, I can move through enemies, and shadow flurry. I can use my flurry of blows without spending any key points. So given what I'm now able to do is to drop darkness for my friends, and now instead of me having to stay in the darkness and fight there, I can utilize my monk's movement speed by then on my next turn casting Cloak of Shadows, and now I'm invisible and I can move anywhere around the battlefield I want using my flurry of blows and still have the disadvantage, or my enemies having disadvantage on their attack rolls. Okay, as long as I do not end my turn in bright light or become incapacitated, I'm going to basically have a mobile darkness with me, and free uses of my flurry of blows. So this is a really, the Shadow Monk becomes much more OP the farther along it goes, and you're going to see this as we now get to use our movement speed. Here for Sharon, going to stay Warlock for the rest of this. And now I'm going to unlock another Mystic Arcanum at 7th level. So I can choose one spell from my Warlock spell list, and I can cast this without expending a spell slot once per long rest. Okay, so we're not going to unlearn any invocations. We're not going to unlearn any spells. Here's my Mystic Arcanum. So once per long rest, I can cast one of these spells. Okay, now Crown of Stars in tabletop is amazing. It's great as you start getting up into that level 17 through 20 level. So here you make a ranged spell attack, which for me is good. I've been focusing on upping her ranged spell attack bonuses. On a hit, a target takes 4d12 radiant damage. Whether you hit or miss, the mote is expended, and once you cast it, you have 7 of them that kind of rotate around your head. And if you have 4 or more motes remaining, they shed bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. If you have 1 to 3 motes remaining, they shed dim light. And then when you cast this spell using a higher spell slot, you can increase the number of motes that you have by 2. For me, it's not going to be useful, simply because I fight in darkness, so the bright light and dim light aspects of it aren't going to really be useful. And I'm not going to be wanting to spend my multiple actions to give out 4d12 radiant damage when right now my Elder's Blast does more than that. Gravity Slam is great. 12d6 knocks them prone. They become incapacitated, which they can save to negate, which is again a strength saving throw. And it's got a range of 20 with a volume or a diameter of 4 tiles. It's a way to do a lot of damage and possibly incapacitate enemies in an area of effect. Finger of Death is just high damage, 78 plus 30 necrotic damage with a Constitution saving throw for 1 target. So high damage, single target, high damage, lots of targets, or something not going to be useful. So I'm picking Gravity Slam here. And then for my class spells here, I love Phantasmal Killer, I always have, but I need Banishment, and there's a reason for this. So, thing about Banishment is the creature can be permanently banished if it's extraplanar. Elementals are extraplanar. So just keep that in mind for using Banishment here. Okay, so now I need to go confront the Elder, and I'm not going to walk up there. I'm going to kind of move my way around here. Because again, I told you a little bit ago, I didn't take great notes on this, which I should have. I really enjoyed this quest line, and I got a little involved in it, forgot to take notes. So I'm going to save down here. Because I know that there is an investigation roll here. But I can't remember what the first one is. So I'm going to cast Guided Investigation.
Solasta,
I think there's an insight check, but I can't remember. We'll go up here and see. We may reload it, depending upon what happens.
Ah, back already? Is it done?
Actually, no. We spoke to Grey Bear. He doesn't sound like the kind of elf you described.
Really? What lies did he feed you?
The old Manacalon building down there. Do you go there sometimes?
Okay, so there's Persuasion.
Really? You really believe I'm a shapeshifter? I'm disappointed.
That is not a convincing answer. We might go and have a look at that old Manacalon building.
Okay, so it was an investigation check.
No, you won't.
Thanks for being here, Add Together. I certainly appreciate it. Glad you were here. And yeah, thank you very much for catching it later. So now we have an incubus that appeared here.
Nice.
So it's stunned. Did I roll a crit? I did roll a crit. Monk OP.
We need to find the real Elder quickly.
Did this guard move? He's still sitting on top of that thing. Let's see. Let me if I can try something else here. I just thought of something. Let's go here. Let's drop something on the ground. Okay, and now that we have a bag next to this bag, let's see if we can loot it. Okay, that worked. Okay, so if you ever get in that situation, drop something on the ground next to them, go and loot that thing you just dropped, and the proximity effect of looting is going to take effect. Okay, so we got another headband of intellect that was dropped by the Shikath. So that's why I definitely wanted to loot that. I knew there was going to be a random item down there. So now we need to get to the lower level. Now, I don't think... I'm trying to remember how this plays out. Move everybody up here. I'm going to turn everybody around. That was a mistake. Get Sharon up off the ground. My mouse, I think I need to replace it. The scroll wheel is getting buggy. And we'll take M. We're going to drop a save here. And click on the door. Once you do, a fight's going to start. I'm going to take Uncanny Metabolism here, get my key points back. Okay, and now we have a Gablazru, a Shikath here. There's the Gablazru. And a Lesser Hezrao and a Harasser. There's also a Vrak, which I think is way in the back. Yeah. So I'm going to have Rudi, boy, way down here. I'm gonna have him ready a melee attack. Sharon, I don't necessarily want to do this, but I think I need to.
Solasta, Encho, Minure.
Okay, and I now have 4 Eldritch Blast Bolts here at level 17.
Solasta, Evo, Mami.
Truly formidable.
Why did that change? Oh, it reactivated everything. When you change areas, you have to kind of watch that. It will reset your invocations on the type of damage your Eldritch Blast is doing.
again!
Alright, so let's get rid of the harasser here.
Another victory!
Now we should be able to smite here. Okay, here comes the Shikath. Okay, so 87 hit points here. We need to just invoke the attack of her, provoke the attack of opportunity here. Drop darkness. We'll get Flurry of Blows active. And see if we can get, well, the Shikath's gonna have legendary resistance.
Coming your way.
So I succeeded on my concentration rolls. Alright, let's get rid of the Vrak here. Six.
Bravo! Victory is
Move
yours.
immediately over here. And let's drop some damage on the Shikath. Action surge. One more.
Death claims you.
Okay, Sharon will go after the Hezro.
Solasta, Evo! Mommy!
Too slow.
86 hit points with Eldritch Blast. Look at all those damage numbers. So I had +6 from Aura of Righteousness, another 1d6 because of Malediction, and look at all of it. It's crazy what a cantrip can do once you get to higher levels and you start using synergies with it. And Force of Time killed it. Alright, let's start dropping some Divine Smites here. How much radiant damage was that? 31? Yep.
Next time.
And then I followed up with a crit miss. Okay, I should still be in the darkness here. I don't need to use Cloak of Shadows. They're there's not hardly anybody left. Cloak of Shadows is great for extended multi-turn type of encounters. I don't need it here for this. We'll flurry of blows and just start landing damage. There's a crit.
Die!
Master Sharpmind, are you all right?
I am now. The threat is greater than I thought.
We told you. Demons are working with the Sorax. The Pact of the Claw must be restored.
Fine. I will come to Valkarakopun when called upon. You have my word.
That's all we need.
Thanks for what you did.
Okay, and that's going to take us up to Living Legend 100, faction relation with the Western clans. Okay, now there's some stuff that we want to do here. Inside here's a chest. And we're going to gain a few things here. So a magnificent jacket. We got another quiver of endless quiver of Colthanin. Magnificent longsword. Magnificent staff. Gloves of missile snaring. We did pretty good on the rolls here. Okay, and then there is a box up here.
Clearly you have trained well.
Okay, another focus amulet, universal spell focus. And let's go loot all of this. And a Horn of Blasting. Okay, now what I'm gonna head to the elevator here because I want to sell off a bunch of items before we leave. Because we now have full faction rep with them. So when we go into the store district here, we're going to have the maximum rebate. So yeah, we're at 30% or plus 30% here. So let's get rid of this stuff. And wait a minute, something I need to check. Okay, so I don't have it yet. Is that? Sorry, I'm looking for a particular... Okay, yeah, I don't have it. I'm looking for a cantrip. Okay. Alright, so don't need 2 horns of blasting. We don't need any of the arrows. Okay. Don't need that. There's a magnificent wand on him I need to look at. Don't need the regular arrows. I can summon arrows anytime I want. Okay, so we don't need that, that. Don't need any of the spell focuses. Foci, I guess. Okay. All right, so let's now look at, oh, here, we'll do this first. We'll go to unidentified magical. It's a longsword +3. An arcane shield staff. And this is the glitter jacket, I think. Yep. Then we have another magical item here. I think that's it. And that's a wand of magic detection. So, longsword +3, we can sell, don't need it. The arcane shield staff gives you +1 to armor class while you're holding it. You can cast Shield of Faith and Mage Armor once per day or 3 times per day. So this is a very popular staff in tabletop. Not so much here in this game, I don't think. The glitter jacket is +3 to this is light armor, by the way. It looks like clothing, but it's not. It's light armor. You have 5 charges on it that refresh every day. With those charges, you can cast Color Spray, Find Traps, Invisibility, Knock, Pass Without Trace, or Hypnotic Pattern. It also has +3 to armor class. So for your thief character, this thing is actually really good. The glitter jacket in tabletop is much more useful because of the whole find traps aspect of it, and how invisibility works in tabletop versus how it works here. But it's still, you know, very, very good. And then I don't think I have a use for the Quiver of Colthanin here, because I'm using bolts, not arrows. Crossbow, crossbow. Yeah, I've got only one bow user. And the Wand of Magic Detection is exactly what it says on the tin. It detects magic up to 3 times per day. We don't need it. We have an invocation on our paladin to be able to do that. I'm going to... I have another pair of the Boots of First Strike. Which I'm going to put here. Those do not require attunement, and I might as well gain a +3 to my initiative here. So let's sell off these last couple of items. +3 longsword. The quiver. The wand. Not going to need it. Okay, so what do they have? So the Elven Thin Blade, we've seen it before. It's just a +1 short sword. The Colthanin Chain is medium armor, where you get your armor class set to 16, but you get no dex bonus from it. So it works for, if you look at the breastplate of the Sand Raven down at the bottom, forget the +3 armor class at the top. Normal breastplate would set your armor class to 14 with a dex bonus of 2, total of 16. That's the same as Colthanin Chain. So it's basically the same as a breastplate, without having to have a high dex to use it. Let's see if we have anything down here. No, I think I'm all right. Okay, then let's look at scavenger board here. Okay, so 2 days to clear out the Elven settlements. Alright, so let's go ahead and head out here. And we have a long way to go. Okay, there's no major gate here at the Elven settlements, So we need to make our way back to Whiterot City. Okay, so 4 days here. Probably going to get a random encounter on the way back, and what do you know? And we have some elementals. Okay, so one of them's close. Where's the other one? There's the golem. Okay, there it is. So they're not together, but maybe I can make this work. I'm going to ready a melee attack. Golem's here. Let's see if we can knock... We can. Try and knock the golem back a little bit.
Lucky? Perhaps.
Okay, now let's see. Banishment's 12. Okay, I'm gonna be able to make this work. Okay, so we're gonna cast Banishment. Sure, might as well quicken. On that elemental and this elemental. They both failed their saving throws. Elementals have low charisma. So you can see up there they have a -2 to their charisma modifier. I have a high DC of 19, so they needed to roll a 17 to, or they needed to roll a 21 to pass my banishment, and they can't. Now, again, a nat 20 on a saving throw is not supposed to be an auto success. It is in this game. So if they rolled a nat 20, they would have saved against it. Otherwise, no elemental in this game is going to be able to resist banishment. And since they're extra planar creatures, they're now gone. The fight's over for them. I don't have to waste anything attacking them at all. And let's check my invocations here.
Solasta, Evo.
That's fat.
I thought... Oh, I misplayed that. I thought I put Fiery Blast on, but instead I put Psychic Blast on. You don't want to use Psychic against golems. They don't have brains, so they are immune to psychic damage. He's not going to be able to dash and get anywhere near me. So I'm not worried about darkness yet.
No quarter given.
Crit miss.
Nice move. Viribe.
Let's leave him alive for now. Oh. No. He's concentrating on banishment. Yeah. Let's take some damage here. I'm not too worried about this. Ah, great. She failed her concentration. Check. Okay.
Not bad, eh?
Okay. So, yeah, I didn't expect his breath attack, basically, to happen. So... And even though they're banished, they leave their loot behind. Alright, and then there's the crate. And let's continue our long rest. Okay, and one more encounter before we get in. So Remmer has and some tiger drakes, and we're on ambush. Okay, so the Remmer has rolled early. Where is it? Okay, so there it is. We need to group everybody back up here. Because it's gonna pop up right in the middle of all of us here in a second. Let's give it space to be able to do that. Hopefully it will pop up right in here. What do you know?
Crush 'em!
Solasta, Encho,
Check my invocations before I do it. Okay, I think the Remmeraz is immune to fire damage. Or is it immune to cold damage? So, yeah, it's immune to fire damage. So let's change this back to psychic.
Solasta, Evo.
Well struck!
Okay. Let's use Flurry of Blows and use only my Flurry of Blows here. My bare hand. So I want to make sure I'm not using my actions yet.
Coming your way.
Good. And now we will move back in here. Cast Darkness. The Tiger Drakes are going to want to go after Sharon here. But they should have disadvantage. So let's get everybody grouped up around my paladin.
Arcana Evo. Almis.
Nice move.
Death
Okay,
claims
got that one. Sharon, let's bring her down. We'll retarget. This one.
Solasta Evo.
You have them now.
I forgot to move darkness first, but it's okay there. We'll ready up a melee attack here. Tiger Date's gonna come down. Who's he gonna go after? Okay. And he died. He just flat out died. Yeah. Purity does not mess around. Okay? It just does not mess around with 8d6 cold damage. I don't think is it supposed to do that much? No. Oh, is he vulnerable to cold damage? I think he is. Let's check the bestiary real quick. So, Tiger Drake. I still don't have full information on Tiger Drakes. I've been fighting them since the last campaign. Okay. It seems to maybe Purity's broken. Because it's not supposed to be doing that much damage. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Alright, so here we are back in White Rock City. There's definitely something I want to do while I'm here. But we'll have a cutscene first.
Here they are.
Did you convince them?
We just need one more.
Well, you better hurry.
What did you find?
We finally agreed that the Guardian is an item, a weapon of sorts.
The Speaker is supposed to gather the amulets, the claws, and assemble them with the Guardian.
And?
The ritual works only because all clan chiefs agreed to lend their claw. This grants the Speaker the ability to power the Palace of Ice's walls, channeling life force through the Guardian.
Wait, the Speaker is drained by this ritual?
Nothing too hard for a Dwarf Lord, I suppose.
The process is hardly damageable. No Speaker ever suffered from it.
Then what's the catch?
We still have no idea what the Guardian is.
Didn't find it in a shop then?
And it seems the Palace of Ice needs a bit of life force. It's fading.
Hence the demons leaking into our plane.
Yes.
Fine. Let's get our last voter and hope that you'll find more in the meantime.
Good luck.
I think we have a new message from Beric Sunblaze.
We
Okay,
should write him back.
So we got
Give
a
some
new
information about what we discovered.
letter here. And it looks like Gallivan is having some issues getting more enemies or more soldiers for the fight. But we're not going to take that for granted. So let's go do some shopping. So I want to go to the Western District first. Here's that little bit of lag that I told you about. Okay, so let's talk to the Central Clan merchant here. Pretty sure this is the one I want. Yes. Okay. So, Sharon, right now, the Wand of the War Mage is okay, but it is not the chitinous boon. I tried to get this at the end of the last campaign. Didn't have enough reputation to be able to get it. I knew it was going to be available here once I got the Central Clans up to Living Legend category. This is a Warlock only item. It adds an additional spell slot to the Warlock attuned to it and can also be used as magic focus. So you'll see, and I'm not going to need this either, so I can offset that a little bit, but it is expensive. It is the best item in the game for a Warlock, though. Looking at some other things here. Looking to see if all the wands require attunement or not. The Wand of Magic Missile does not. Don't know as if it'd be super useful. Okay, yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so let's go to Sharon here. So the chitinous boon goes in your accessory slot. We're going to remove my attunement from the Wand of the War Mage. Okay, so right now, Sharon has, for Warlock, she has 3 spell slots for Warlock. Okay. So let's take a short rest. We'll redo her attunements. Now she's got 4. That is a massive boost for a Warlock who has limited numbers of spell slots, but has the ability to refresh them on a short rest. That gives her 25% more spell slots before she has to take a short rest. And in this game, you're not limited on the amounts of short rests you can take. So it's definitely a way for me to get access to these 4, 5, 6 level, or 4 and 5 level spells all of the time. So being able to cast Hold Monster again against multiple targets multiple times as I'm going through it, casting Banishment, Dreadful Omen, or Psionic Blast can be really, really useful. The Chitinous Boon is one of the best items, or the best item in the game for a Warlock. I needed to come back here and pick it up. So the Elven settlements are completed. So we looted almost everything from it. Let's go get rid of some unused items that we looted here. Okay, and he doesn't sell anything that we need. Okay, so now let's head out to the exit again. And we're going to go way out, and we're going to get attacked a couple of times along the way, I'm sure. But we have to go to the far east side of the map now. To the Gallivan border. Okay, it's 6 long rests to get out there. Like I say, we're probably going to get attacked twice on the way out here. Okay, well, I expected to get attacked there, so maybe we're only going to get attacked once. Okay. So, ooh. A knight, 3 young black dragons, and 2 young green dragons. This is going to be fun. I don't know as if we've seen the knight yet. Okay, here he is right here. Our black dragons are nice and grouped up. Our green dragons here. Move Rudi over here and ready a melee attack. Oops. Sharon is just going to get down. I don't think the dragons can fly. Okay, so let's just get damage against all of the black dragons here. So Gravity Slam is 12d6, Circle of Death is 8d8. Let's actually use this. Use Gravity Slam. Okay, so they're all incapacitated. They're all unable to move or take any actions or reactions for 1 round. These are green dragons. Let's leave Psychic on.
Solasta, evil. You like it?
Here comes the breath weapon.
Arcana Evo. Almis.
Okay, so let's actually get in here and get darkness down. Okay, let's get Cloak of Shadows here going. Can't get over here. But maybe I can provoke an attack here. Okay, here comes the knight. Oh. Okay. Alright, so Sharon's gonna pop back in here in a second. Get back in the darkness. Where's this black dragon in the order? Okay, so we got time.
Not bad, eh?
Oh.
Move him back down here. Sharon's gonna reappear. This green dragon is next.
Solasta, evil. Take that.
And let's knock the one in the back farther away.
Damn it.
again, move them away. See if I can get them to have to dash to come in here. Dragons have a lot of movement speed, but we'll see what happens here.
Bleed.
Hey, and I'm invisible, so... Burst of time killed that one. He should be having disadvantage on those attacks. I don't know why he doesn't. Like I say, invisibility works differently in this game than it does in tabletop. But you do not want to incur the wrath of a monk at level 17. It's not going to go good for you.
Bad.
We're just going to move down here. Not too worried about taking damage now. I'm still invisible. Yeah, see, attackers should have disadvantage. So... let's try and stun it. I shouldn't kill it. And he passed it. That's okay. Let's stay out there. Let's actually move one closer here. I'm not too worried about the damage. Gonna come in and use his breath weapon. And not too worried about the damage here. I want to get survival out before I kill the dragon here.
Coming.
So the knight we hadn't seen before. Okay, he was new. The young black dragon and white dragon we haven't, but yeah, that's what I was wanting to see, is what their hit point totals were. Okay, so let's drop the darkness. Looks like the knight dropped a battle axe. Or great axe. Okay, so we might make it without getting attacked again. We'll see. I'm actually hoping I get attacked again, though. Yeah, because we're more than halfway to level 18. Give me another random encounter in here. I know y'all want to see another fight anyway. There we go. Oh. It's gonna be another easy one. But I think this is something like 10,000 XP for 2 elementals and a golem. Alright, Sharon starts it off. 2 elementals here. Let's gain some height. Cast Banishment. Sure, why not?
Solasta, Abio, Malvis.
Okay, now all I have to do is hold concentration on that till the end of the fight. And then at the end of the fight, they're done. And I need to change that off of Psychic.
Solasta, Evo, Malvis. Too slow.
Warm clothes,
Okay, let's
she
move
said.
in here.
Arcana Evo Almis.
Knock him back even farther.
Warm clothes, she said.
No, I think that's a good spot. He's gonna dash in.
Viribe!
Not bad, eh?
Okay, we're already concentrating on banishment. So I won't have any malediction to throw in here. Tim can go out and get him. He's going to be immune to ice damage, I think. Yeah, he's immune to cold damage.
No quarter given.
But I can also use my flurry of blows without any action point cost, I believe, is what that says. So I'm at 18. Yeah. See? Doesn't cost me key points to use flurry of blows now.
You like that?
Perfect. There we go, those two. They're gone. So yeah, 10,000 XP for that. I will take it. Couple of diamonds for resurrection purposes. Laggy because of all the particle effects. My graphics card is more than capable of handling all that. The game just doesn't process it, I don't think. 'Cause yeah, even when I set my graphics settings to the lowest, it doesn't change that lag. So let's see how close I am to level 18. Almost. Nice. I probably won't get attacked again before I get in there. But there's going to be a bunch of fights here at the start of this. Okay, now here at the war camp, as soon as you come in, drop a safe. Because you're about to get into an extended fight. Well, a group of fights that extend this. Okay, so we're going to go talk to General Blunt here.
General Blunt?
Not now.
This is important. It's about the Pact of the Claw.
I know who you are. Lord Rivers sent me a message telling me to expect your visit. We're in the middle of a war, you know. A war you may well have triggered.
That's unfair. Gallivan was rotten long before we did anything.
General, we don't have time. Gallivan's troopers are in sight.
See? Lend us a hand, or you'll be talking to our corpses. Captain Ashdown, will you please show our guests the way?
Yes, General. We're under attack!
Okay, now everybody's running northeast, and that's the direction that we're going to go. You do not have to rush in there, though. Okay, these fights are not going to start without you. So you can afford to make your way in slowly and take your time. And position yourself. Okay. So you can see we have Gallivan troops down here. Okay. And we're gonna get Sharon up off the ground here. And we're gonna have her start things off. Okay, so I can see the trooper, the archers who I want to get rid of. There is one more way in the back. But for now, I want to deal with him. So the archer, which one am I going after? This one here. He rolled poorly in initiative, and he's about to get strung up here. I think I'll only need 2 for that. I can target this smasher with the other 2. Okay. Trooper only has 22 hit points. Where's that other archer at? I can't see him. Yeah, I can't see him yet. I think he's way back here. So let's get rid of that trooper. We'll knock this smasher back. So she missed one here. Oh, I have to be in dim light. That's right. So let's move up here. Yeah, because I'm in bright light right now. Okay. Now I can use my Cloak of the Shadows. But if I move down there... Pretty sure... Yeah, let me end my turn there. Would have preferred you went after the trooper. Okay, perfect. They're gonna get reinforcements. More archers, smashers. So my goal is to focus on the archers here. Okay, so Captain Ashdown's a critical character. He's normally not in a whole lot of danger. I keep him normally somewhere toward the back. Just as a backup. And you don't have to worry about saving any of them. Oh, I can reach him. Okay, so we're just gonna knock him back off. Oh, don't need to knock him back. Okay, so is anybody down here? We got a smasher over here.
Nice move.
Okay, so we have improved shadow step up now. Let's move the darkness here. Can't tell if this is going to be in darkness or not. Let's move down here.
Perhaps if you try to be loud instead.
Okay, I am in darkness here, but I don't know if moving one more would put me somewhere else. So we're gonna ready up a melee attack here. You've got plenty of targets. They're rolling a whole lot of 20s. about you not come down here, you idiot? Did get a kill on that archer. Can't see him because of the darkness. Yeah. These guys are just trying to get killed.
Solasta, Evo, Malmi. Too slow.
Don't need to do anything from here, unless I can hit a cantrip from here. I can. That'll be a kill.
Evo, Malmis. Not bad, eh?
Okay, so that's repel the attack. Now we have 2 more attacks that are optional objectives here.
Seems ever.
Okay. Alright, so looking at our journal here, we have repel the eastern attack and repel the southern attack. We need to light the beacon to recall reinforcements and help with the fight. But there are 2 more that we can deal with. Okay. So one of them is going to be over here. This is the southern attack. And this one's going to be a little more dangerous. Okay, so we have a winter wolf, a tiger drake. There's actually 2 winter wolves here. There's the other one. We're also going to have some other... And we've got a couple of human soldiers here. And there is a Gallivan archer, and there's going to be more reinforcements coming from down here. And again, I'm just going to try and keep Ash down a little bit protected, but... Okay, and now with Sharon, I'm going to start it off with this archer here. Rolled well on initiative. Okay, got rid of that archer. This is all bright light out here. Not going to be a whole lot of opportunity for me to use my Cloak of Shadows. So let's get him up top. Switch him over.
I thought we said cautious.
Okay. Now here, can I get attacks on him? I can. Let's get 2 here. 2 here.
I really thought never mind.
Okay, and now they've got reinforcements, and there's a druid out there. The druid popped up down here. Okay. And let's try and get rid of this next tiger drake in order here. Dead. Let's see what bolts I have. Let's just change over to our corrosive bolts. Because I know what's going to happen with this winter wolf, but I can't prevent it.
I'm surprised.
Okay, there's the kill. bolt. Oh no, this is Ice Storm? What is it? Yeah, it's Ice Storm. So I definitely need to... Where's the druid at there? I can't see him. I can see him here. Let's see if we can get a crossbow shot. Let's see if we can remove his concentration. Why is he not dropping concentration? He doesn't even get a roll. Nice. Okay, well, that means that we are definitely focusing him. So I'm sure that's going to get enough for a kill.
Touché!
That should remove Ice Storm, which it did.
Kill them all!
Okay, so... Oh, rolled a crit, nice. And a miss. Don't think he's within range. He's not. Give me a kill.
I trained hard for this.
And this is going to get me a... Oh. What do you get for talking? Okay. Okay, so let's do a little looting here. Okay. I can come back and get the crafting ingredients later on, but I think one of these actually Yeah, that's just crafting ingredients. Yeah, this one I think I want to load. I think it's this one. Yeah, each one of the optional attack points has something that you probably want to go pick up. It's got a loot crate or something like that that you probably want to pick up. Okay, we'll run over here, we'll pick this up real quick, and then we'll get everybody grouped up. Oops, one more. Forgot about the tiger drake here. There should just be scales. Or bolts, I guess. Alright. So now we have 2 more locations to deal with. Both of them are down here. In this area. Once you go through here, there's another attack we're going to have to deal with here. This is the eastern attack. And then we have another major attack out here, which is the kind of the penultimate fight in this. Both of those things we are going to do at the start of next week's episode, because we are out of time today on the live stream. So, as always, thank you all for being here. It's been a great stream. I love seeing the interactions with all of you, and thank you for all the comments in chat. I really do appreciate it. Like I say, I love playing this with all of you, and I hope you all enjoy it too, because as I say, without your support, none of this would be possible. This is Commander Jarval saying until next time, fare thee well.